When it comes to productivity and time management, only 2% of people in the world follow the pattern and become successful. Today, if you ask Google about 3 best-selling books for productivity and time management, you'll see a combination of 3 books: Deep Work by Cal Newport, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, and Essentialism by Greg McKeown. These books explain this in different styles, but have one thing in common: the theme, which is productivity. So in today's video, we'll talk about how successful and productive people do their work and how their habits can be helpful to you. The most critical factor that triggers your productivity is 10. Effectivity versus efficiency. We were living with the mindset that working hard is the only key to success, but it is not a fact. If you can do the specific task with less energy and in little time, you'll save that energy for other things, and it is more productive. So always focus on working smart rather than working hard. Let's have an example. You have to cut something. So instead of finding some specific angle or position and applying some extra effort, sharpen your knife, and it will be done for you. Many successful entrepreneurs have focused on this need of the hour to get a better outcome from their employees. 9. Finding the productive hours. It's a fact that the human brain cannot work effectively all day long. It also needs rest after some working hours. Back in the years, a study was done in a Microsoft office, which showed that in an average 45-hour week, people were productive for a maximum of 28 hours, and it was pretty alarming. So China and Japan are the only countries where employees can take naps during their work hours. And the European world is also in favor of reducing working days to 4 from 5 just to get better outcomes. Post in the pandemic days, when there was working from home, employees from different firms said that they worked for a maximum of 4 to 5 hours from home and were equally productive as they used to be during their 9-to-5 jobs. Science has also proven that our brains work more effectively after getting proper sleep, and when we wake up, we are at the peak of productivity. As the day goes on, the efficiency also decreases. 8. Weirdest productivity tip. Here we will also give you a quite weird yet effective way of being productive: chewing gum while doing your chores. Chewing gum keeps you attentive and less sleepy and makes you 10% more productive. It enhances the cognitive abilities of individuals and keeps your brains active. Another survey was done where employees were given chewing gums during working hours, and their results were studied, which showed less anxiety and laziness in the persons who chewed gum rather than those who did not. And besides this, an additional advantage you get is that it makes you look more charismatic. This survey showed that the people who chewed gums appeared more favorable to the audience than those who didn't. So if you are a good entrepreneur, you must set up a chewing gum buffet at your desk to offer them to your colleagues and employees whenever they feel sleepy or less productive. 7. Select a domino before work. Always choose a domino before you start working. Domino is a task that has a significant impact on all other jobs. If you have prioritized that task, you'll be comfortable doing other things. An Italian economist, Vilfredo Pareto, gave an 80-20 rule. According to this, 20% of what we do generates an additional 80% of our lives. As everything little chore we do has a more substantial impact on our lives. So our domino must lie in that 20% of tasks having a high impact. 6. Eliminate or reduce the distractions. Don't get detracted if you want to remain focused and determine your goal. Many social media platforms draw your attention, so always keep your mobile phone out of your range when doing something important. Also, practice saying no to things when someone asks you to do something. It will save you from that extra hustle caused when you give your precious hours to others instead of investing them into your project. 5. Do self-talk and motivate yourself. Always do self-talk and motivate yourself before starting any task that you are capable enough and you can do it. It will provide you with some extra positive energy for the job. And if at every point you feel demotivated, remind yourself that if you do this within the specific tile, you'll be able to enjoy the work-free weekends. 4. Break list and busy routine. If you are burdened with some load, you must create a break list in your busy routine. This will help you to make your mind refreshed and refocused. It will also act as a mind booster. The maximum time you can remain focused is 90 minutes. After this, you'll have to give a break of 20 to 30 minutes so that you can work again. You can utilize this time to read something good or watch fun videos to relax your nerves. Besides this, you can also take a coffee break or spend some time with your friends or family. 3. Work with full attention. If you are assigned a task and there is very little time to complete it, then instead of getting panicky and counting hours, focus your fingers on the keyboard so that work will be done. It will save you time and energy side by side. Take a deep breath, as it will also help you relax and focus entirely on one task instead of multitasking. 2. Track your productivity habits. Habits are productivity tools that reduce the amount of stress you invest in your project. Several studies show that willpower is directly linked to your productivity, as it is like a muscle that works out of excessive use. So if you build a habit like this, you'll stop depending on your willpower to do something. As we repeatedly do things, excellence becomes a regular activity for us. 1. Reframe your stress. According to the World Stress Organization, 60% of the population and 90% of the world's total population is suffering from stress. Research conducted on the upside of stress stated that stress is a problem only for those who think it hinders their abilities. Still, for individuals who take it as a challenge, it just helps them boost their productivity and make them able to perform in difficult situations. Now, most importantly, all these tricks and tips will not be equally effective for all. There's a chance that only tracking productivity hours is effective for one individual, while the other has to motivate himself while cutting down all the entertainment hours. But the most important thing is don't waste those 1,400 minutes of a day by doing nothing. That's all for today's video. We hope that you'll find it helpful. If you enjoyed watching our content, hit that like button at the left and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any new videos from us. We'll see you again soon.